So the event today was an Earth Day celebration of the removal of the Holmes Dam on Town Brook, and we were fortunate enough to have many of our project partners, as well as Governor Baker, come down to the site and see the work that's been done over the last fall and winter and the restoration of the stream channel, and be able to release some river herring into the restored stream channel so that for the first time in a couple hundred years they're able to get through the site without having to be transported around it. This was the only high hazard dam that the town actually owned, so that high hazard dam is actually removed for public safety. Less flooding opportunities because the dam structure is now gone. There was about 6,500 cubic yards of contaminated sediment behind the dam that were also removed from a health and safety perspective. That's a huge significant benefit. And then as we leave the site, the park will be rebuilt, so you'll have a new basketball court, skate park, walking trails, lighting. So the park itself will be a whole lot more beautiful and functional once the project's done too.
What does this project mean to me? I work throughout the Gulf of Maine, a little bit even up in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. And my heart and soul have been in restoration of Town Brook as much as any project that I've worked on. I've worked on larger dam removals, bigger streams, large rivers in Maine. But working on this project for the past 20 years has meant more to me than any of them. And the reason for that is because of the level of local support. Town of Plymouth has backed these projects from the very beginning, and in the end, I only help make the projects happen. At the local level is how they will keep these fish alive for years and generations to come.
One thing we always look for is in the springtime, we look for herring counters, and basically what that entails is doing a 10-minute count during the day, each day during the herring run, and we take that data and we're able to input it into a computer model and get a population estimate of the size of the run every year so we can track how the run is doing. And so we're always looking for volunteers that can help us do that. So we usually put an ad out in the winter, and throughout the spring we're always looking for volunteers. It's very easy. You get to just count fish for a designated 10-minute window, and that data is actually incredibly valuable to us.
More dams and more fish passage projects have been actually completed in the past 20 years in the town of Plymouth than almost certainly any town in Massachusetts. They've undertaken a large number of projects. Easily a dozen dams have been removed between small dams in cranberry bogs and 5 larger dams here on Town Brook. They're making efforts town-wide across the board. And they're not just making efforts to restore fish passage, they're also working to protect land within the watershed so that the water quality is there to support the fish that make their way upstream.